Okay. Hi, everybody. This is Mr. Roche. I'm here with Java, and people have been asking about the debugger, which is a great thing to ask. And one of the things that's going on is we are having some people are having some issues, like trying to work out errors and things like that. And the debugger is a great tool to use sometimes to figure out what's going on. Okay. And there's a couple of things about the debugger. One, you have to set the computer into like debugger mode, okay, so it can run. And one way to do that is with these perspectives. So like right now we're in Java mode here for perspective. And what you want to do is you want to set it into debug perspective. And what happens is you get these windows here that will show you variables. It will show you like debug messages and things like this. And then basically it runs your code, but it'll stop at a thing called a breakpoint. Okay, so you have to know how to run a big punt. Let's put it back into. You can switch perspectives just by going from one to the other. Okay, so it's going like this, and what I'm going to do is put a breakpoint someplace. Okay, so we can look at what that does. And breakpoint is like a little tiny little dot that sits on the outside of a this is a breakpoint right here. I just double clicked on the outside of this line. So right now, I have a breakpoint. You can disable them. You can toggle them. Okay, that gets rid of it, right? Here, you can toggle the breakpoint. It'll go back. Okay, so you can do things like this. And like what a breakpoint what it does is it causes the code to like literally halt, like right on your code, and you can kind of step through it. Okay. So this is the breakpoint here. I don't know, I'm trying to think of a good place we can put one. Let me go to, not board square, but let me go to the board itself. Okay, because we have some pretty big routines there. So if you were having trouble with like the 5 in a row loop, for example, or something like here, like it was looking for 5. I think we're actually having trouble with like check click and stuff like that, right? To find out whether there's a problem with one player the like the double computer move generator, something like that, right? And let me see, we could go here and go into check click, and then let me see, we call like check for computer move. This might be a good place to put this. Okay, and so you can put a breakpoint like any place. Okay, so let me see. We are let's put it like you could put it at the beginning of this line. You can put it sort of any place here, right? And let me see. We sort of have this warning here right now, but let me see where it would be a good place to put it. Maybe we could try to put it like here. Okay, so that puts on a breakpoint. Okay, and what you can do is you can toggle that, and it'll turn it off. And you can click on it again and toggle it. Okay. And when it's on, what will happen is the computer will sort of halt right then and there, and then you can do some stuff to like sort of walk through what's going on. Okay. And so with our breakpoint, what we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves set to debug mode. Okay. And then right beside the run button is a debug button. So what we'll do is we'll just hit it now. Okay, now what's going on is it's going to try to run the code, right? So it runs it just like we normally think, and we're going to do 2 computer problems. Okay, and what's happened is the computer has actually stopped, and it's waiting for you to do something. Okay, now there are these buttons that you have to work with. Oh, it's these guys. This lets you step into or step over, okay? And what we can do is let's step into the next line, okay? And it'll kind of show you what's going on, okay? We got our variables here, right? Which player's -1, okay? And what it'll do is it'll kind of keep track of this stuff for you so you can watch it, okay? So what's going on here is that it figured out that which player's -1, so this is like the player 2 turn, so we're going to step into it, okay? And then what's going to happen is we'll go like this and see how, oh, this is, I don't want to step into this. So what it does actually is it goes way into what it's doing. It's going to actually step into system out print lines. So you can watch that happen. It's sort of somewhat cool. Look at this. Okay, we don't really want that, but if you want to avoid that, then we'll get over it, right? We're like way into you know the print line. So I'm going to kind of go over that, right? Okay, let's see what happens here. Keep going. I actually want to step over this, I think. Okay. And there's a kind of a good video on how to like kind of stop all this stuff, right? Let's get through this. So the thing hasn't even like done the print layers. There it is. Okay, we've done it, right? Okay. Now this maybe I want to step into, because what it's going to do is it's going to get to the next move, right? Okay. And right, it's waiting here to figure out what's going on, right? So we could either step into or step over it. And I guess I'm going to step over it so I get the move, right? Let's see what happens. Okay, so the move comes back. Okay, next move. This gives you the ID like where it is, right? Okay. Let's step into this and see what happens. Okay, so the next R is 18. The new R is going to be 18. New C is 9. Okay. And then I'm going to step into. Okay. Whoops. And I called the repaint. Actually, I didn't want to do that. Okay. So I want to step down here. Let's kind of step over stuff. Okay. Get back to it, right? Okay. So I'm going to call the repaint. I'm going to step over it, right? And now it's going to like check for all captures. And I can either step into this or step over it. Okay. So maybe in this case, like I know there's not a lot of captures and stuff, so I'm going to step over it. Okay. Okay, that's the end result of doing this. To check for all captures, and it's giving these array out of bounds exceptions because we were printing them and stuff like that, right? And I think I'm going to step into here and check for win. Oh, I didn't want to do repaint. Sorry, it's my fault. Okay, check for win. Okay. Maybe we do want to step into this. Okay, so this gets me to check for win. Okay, which player is still number -1? I'm going to step, oh, I don't want a system out print, so I'm going to step over, right? And this I'm going to step into. Okay, it's looking for max captures. Let's see here. So it didn't do it, didn't find it, kept going. Okay. But you can kind of watch it, and like debugging is a sort of process that goes line by line. It actually goes very slowly, right? Okay, I made a mistake there. I stepped too far. Okay. But here's 5 in a row. That's good. Okay, I'm gonna step into. Oop. Too far. It's a string thing. Okay. So okay, I'm gonna step over this. Get to my loop. That's what I wanted to do. Okay. So what will happen is it'll actually run, it tells you all the variables for like row and column where it's at. Okay, whoopee, this should have been a string like step over. Okay, I'm just stepping over. Okay, step over this one, right? I'm gonna step into. Okay. I don't know if I want to go into 5 checks, so I might just like step over it. Okay. And what's going on is you can see it's changing different things for this, right? So I could go like this and keep stepping over, stepping into, clear, step into, get over it, step into, get over it. And you can watch what's going on, okay? And so it requires a little bit of finesse to figure out where you're going to put your data points and stuff like that. But you guys could give it a try, okay? Especially if you're having trouble, okay? And what we can do is we can stop this then, okay? You can go back to window and go to the perspective. Like we operate in Java perspective, so we're going to do that and just get back to it, okay? And that's a quick way to use the debugger. A little quick, tutorial on it. Okay. I'm also going to help you get things working. I'm going to publish the current code of the game board, okay, to get things going again, to make sure everybody's got this right to this point. And we can take it from there. Maybe we can spend 45 minutes maybe tomorrow getting the red circles to show up when you win. That's sort of an easy thing to do, and then we could sort of get into starting to make a smarter move. Okay, and we'll try that. Okay, so now but you have a little bit of exposure to debugging.